Good evening, everybody. Hello, my name is Frankie Kington, known as the Wise Entrepreneur. And my guest speaker this evening is a really good friend of mine. I'm really excited about this Zoom video we're going to have this evening, because we have a very special person, a very special friend on my channel who would like to show off to you all. So this is Aprille. Hi, Aprille.
Hey, Frankie. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome, Aprille. I'm very, very happy to have you on this Zoom meeting, this YouTube, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just glad to be interviewing my dear friend, Aprille. Aprille, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I live in the United States. I live in Chicago, actually, and been hearing a lot about what's going in the world, but thank goodness that I have good friends like you to keep me calm with everything going on.
Oh, that's very nice, Aprille. That's really nice. I actually feel the same about you as well, Aprille. We've known each other now, is it over 2 years? I'd say about 2 years now, isn't it? 2 years.
Yes, it has been a wonderful 2 years, you know.
Wonderful 2 years, yeah. And we do this every Sunday evening. We have a Zoom, and I speak to my dear friend Aprille, and she tells me about what's going on in her country, and I tell her about what's going on in my country. And we have a really warm, heartfelt talk with my dear friend as well, Roger. And we tend to meet every Sunday, and we talk about things that are really close to our heart, things that are really important to us, and what we're going to do in our lives, or what we're going to do for the new year. Because we all know the challenging times of last year. And I'm going to ask Aprille, what's in store for you this year?
Well, the very first thing that's in store for me is I'm going to beat the cancer that has come back on me. So that's what I'm doing. That's my biggest New Year's resolution. But the other thing is not to let the pandemic get me down, because so many people are letting it depress them. And we're right at the end, I think we're going to beat this thing. So we just need to be patient a little bit more.
Aprille, thanks for sharing that. I must admit, Aprille, last year for me has been a real challenge just for everybody, and especially with our health and our mental well-being. And the fact, Aprille, that you have been battling through cancer through all this, you know, really shows me the type of person you are and how valuable and special you are as a friend and to the world as well, and how you've battled through the last year, you know, with your illness of cancer, which we know we all have cancer, and you know, we know certain signs what trigger this. But I know I've been praying a lot for you, as I do as a spiritual meditator, and my faith and my beliefs, I really know the power of my prayer, and I really feel I've been really helping my dear friend Aprille, really battling, fighting that cancer. But their fighting qualities, their fighting spirit is exceptional. And that's what's important, guys. You know, through going through this pandemic, this COVID, and Aprille's been really battling cancer. So it just goes to show the character and the spirit of my dear friend here, Aprille. And we can achieve anything when we really put our minds to it, and we really fight with all our minds, you know, to be happy and to be well, because we all suffer with illness from time and again. And what I admire about Aprille, she's not let it beat her at all. Every day she comes on, every week, Sunday, speaking to me and inspiring me and telling her ups and downs in life. And she's still here fighting. That's inspirational, guys. That's really inspirational. Sometimes that's all what we need to hear about life, or what we need to hear for our own lives. Aprille, inspirational.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Inspiration helps us all, and I have to tell you that it's inspiring to me just to be your friend, to have you in my life. You know, it inspires me every day to get up and go on, because that's what we all need to do in our life, whether we're sick or not. You know, we have the mentality to do that strength to keep going on, and we can help get more strength if we need it from those friends and family around us that are there to support us, because all your well-being, your prayers, you being there for me, talking to me, being there when I'm down, and just having a few kind words, it really makes a big difference. It really does.
Well, thank you, April, so much. I'm very honoured to be making a difference in your life, a person like you. I mean, I have certain people in my family as well who are really fighting cancer. And there were no certain people as well who are no friends of mine in my spiritual practice who are fighting cancer as well. And it's really important because we all have illness and we all have cancer, but unfortunately, something triggers it. So we all have it and it's all lying dormant in a lot of people, but it can be triggered. And we've got to be aware of that, guys. And it's really important that we're looking after each other and caring for each other with all our hearts and encouraging people as well. Just with, like April said, just simple words of encouragement, simple words just to soothe, and just to, bring harmony, bring warmth to that person's life. It's so important because it can really encourage people to keep going because we all need encouragement. We all need inspiring. We all need words of hope. Now, I know you've got some animals, what I see around there, April. And animals, they must have really, really been looking after you as well through this pandemic and your family. Yeah. Animals play a big part, a big role in people's lives. You have two dogs, is that right? Is it two dogs you have? Or is it just a one dog?
Oh, I have two dogs.
You
I
have two
have two
dogs.
Shelties, and they do help, because when you come home from a doctor's visit and you're feeling really tired and dragged down, out of it, where all you want to do is just kind of curl up in a ball and get away from the world. When you come in the house, you see their tails wagging. They're always happy to see you. They run over and greet you. It makes you feel like you've been gone like a whole year instead of gone for like maybe an hour, and it could change your whole life around, make you feel happy.
That's so important what you said there because animals, they can feel it as well, can't they, Maria? They can feel humans' pains and humans' suffering. Because I know we have a lot of animals in my family. My dad had a dog, my brother's got two dogs, my daughter's got two dogs as well. And when certain people have gone in my family, the dogs actually feel it. They know that something's missing, you know. So it it's just I love that. It's so warming and heartfelt to know that we're connected to everything around us. And the fact that you're in America and I'm in the UK, we connect to it all the time. And obviously, a prayer, daily spiritual meditation, we're always connected in body, mind, and spirit. Would you agree with that, April?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I feel you right here in my heart. All my friends and family are close to me in my heart, and that's what keeps me going. I appreciate everything, all your prayers and everything. It gets me through. And then seeing you each Sunday and just knowing you're there anytime I need to talk, it gets me through. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much as well, April, for being in my life as well, because it's people like you who give me hope as well, because I have my struggles, I have my challenges, and I need people like you around me to just keep me going just that next day, to just keep me believing that we're incredible people, with incredible talents and incredible gifts, and what we can put up with as people, the human spirit, what we can challenge and fight and overcome in our lives is amazing. So to have somebody like you, April, in my life as a friend and inspiration, it's so important to me as well. Who do you admire then, April? Because you've been fighting through this, and I know you're a great lady. There's a lot of joy and happiness in your life. Who do you admire? Who do you look up to? Who encourages you?
Well, that's a hard one. I looked up to so many people. I look to the people around me, like my parents, good friends, relatives. You're part of my family. I look up to you too. You're always there with inspirational words, with encouragement, with caring in your heart and everything, and that matters so much. And so there's a lot of people in my life. Just hearing the stories of survivors, even the people that have survived this pandemic that have gone through so much, you hear that and it makes you want to determine the fight to keep going.
I love that, April. That's so important. And you're right. I mean, so many people have had to overcome so much adversity, so much challenges in their life, through really developing this fortitude, to really fight and to have this inner strength to overcome. so many different challenges. And as I say, you're one of them people. So the fact that you've overcome and you're challenging what you're challenging now, Maria, gives me so much hope, that we can overcome and we can challenge anything. And we're just putting our minds to anything and, really digging deep within ourselves that we can reveal these incredible people that we are. And the world is an incredible world. For me, April, yes, when you look at, the world that we're living in, what are the answers? Because I'm sure, April, somebody like you will have a lot of wisdom. I know that, and you're very wise. What would you say you feel that the world needs now? Because we always have these kind of challenges in the world, and we always seem to come out fighting as a human race because that's how incredible we are as people. So, what do you feel this challenge is for the world? What do you feel we all need to overcome?
Well, they have the word, the human spirit, we always overcome adversity, I think. We just need some hope. We need some strength. We need courage. We need each other to overcome every kind of obstacle, from illness to overcoming like disabilities that we might have in life, to encouragement just for learning how to go on, to not let depression get us. Sometimes we all need helping hands, and we just need hope. I think hope is the biggest thing above everything else. And the people around you, your friends and family, they give you hope. You give me tons of hope. So, as long as we have each other, we're always going to have that hope.
Exactly, yeah, that's really important. April. Just one person can give us hope, can't they? Just one person.
Oh, yeah.
So, what people are interested to know, because I know my dear friend is Aprille Shadowspeak. Is that right, April? But on the YouTube channel, I'm curious to know why April is called Sparrow Chaser. Can you tell me, is that your nickname, Sparrow Chaser, April?
Yeah, that was actually a nickname that I was given by an Indian shaman one time.
Wow. So what are these Indian shamans? Enlighten me about that. What's an Indian shaman? Is it?
Well, an Indian shaman is like a medicine man for the tribe, someone of wisdom. And I told him about a dream I had with some sparrows. And he said that my nickname should be Sparrow Chaser. So that's how come I got that nickname.
Wow. And I mean, I love the Indian history. I love everything about the Indians. As you know, April lives in a country where they say that the Indian people, were the first people there and born there. And the Indian culture is very rich. So for an Indian man to give you that name, April, Sparrow Chaser, I'm sure that's brought a lot of protection and a lot of benefits and good fortune, would you say, into your life?
I think so. We were just having a talk and he happened to mention it, and I haven't really told that many people. I just named myself that on my YouTube channel. But between you and I and our viewers now, they know the reason why I call myself that, because I had the dream, and the shaman said that I should have the nickname Sparrow Chaser, and it really has brought me luck, to be honest.
I feel it will do with them Indians and the shamans. Wow. I mean, they're people of spirit, of soul, of wisdom, and real characters, aren't they, April? Real people of character. I love the Indian head, the red skin, what they wear, the clothes and, the gowns and all. Just incredible people, incredible people. So April or Sparrow Chaser, I'm going to call you April, yeah? Yeah, that's what I know, Aprille Shadowspeak. April, what about your career? What in your career, because obviously you've been quite ill as well, April. In your career, what is your niche? What do you love doing in your career as a person who's got gifts and qualities and virtues?
Well, I really like doing artwork, and then I'm starting to do some writing. I know you have a wonderful book that's out. I'm not going to even compare myself to you, but I am trying to dabble in here, writing a little now and then to see if I could do anything, maybe put out a book one day, you know? And it's just going to be just kind of a fun book. And I did have another medical type book that I was writing about my cancer experience. So that one I'm going to make free though, once I finish writing it. I don't believe that people should have to pay to read that. And I don't think cancer should be like a mystery or something hidden. So once I do publish that, I will put it out for free through Amazon.
Well, April, I think you know, I'm not going to tell you, but I think you know that I'm hopefully going to be one of the people who's going to be buying that book, because I know that book is going to be so inspirational to a lot of people, including myself and my friends and my family. I will let them know that you're writing a book. For me, yeah, as you said, I'm on the verge of just finishing my book. And what I found about writing this book, April, was how much nostalgia and how much I could reminisce from the past. And to look back and see me growing up as a child, all the great fun I've had, and then to think of all the adversity and the fortitude I've had to overcome in my life through certain, challenges in my life. It's just been absolutely amazing. And for me, April, it was very therapeutic writing this book. And I'm sure, April, you experience that, or I hope you've experienced that, how therapeutic it is and how much I remember there's so much poignant points in my life that the real, challenges and, how could I put it? It's like that crucial moment in my life where I needed to transform and change something very deeply or change something very scary about my life. So this book, I'm really revealing a lot of, it sounds like hidden secrets, but I'm really being open about what it was like for me growing up and being this kind of boyish, Jack the Lad kind of, don't care attitude and I know everything and the world's, I can take the world on, that kind of attitude. And I've realized, wow, how kind of ignorant I was, how kind of not really loving myself for who I am, and as realized as I've got older, I've loved myself a lot more for who I am. I really respect myself for who I am. So with this book, April, I'm sure that you're going to reveal a lot of qualities and a lot of challenges and difficulties about your life. Would you agree?
I think we all do, because as authors, you pour yourself into the pages that you're writing. Your life is between each word. You put yourself, your emotions, your ideas, what you were thinking at the time, and you put it out there for the world to read. And I'm looking forward to reading your journey also in your book. You'll read mine and I'll read yours, and we'll share it with the world and let everybody know like what kind of a person that we came out to be. Because just like you said, I was ignorant too. I didn't think about a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I've definitely grown up. I've definitely stepped forward, and I tried to change myself for the better and move on from there.
That's really great, April. You know what I'm going to say now? What's your book called, April? I'll tell you what mine's called.
I really don't have a title yet, so
Well, I don't have a title, so I'm going to tell you. No, my book is going to be based around the wise entrepreneur. It's going to be called Growing Pains. And it has been growing pains. And to be honest, I'm still growing with them pains. So we always say, no pain, no gain. Yeah. So I'm going to go with that. And are you looking at going down the route of Amazon, April, or self-publishing yourself? Is the route for you? What's the easiest route for you getting this book going? If I can help you, you know that I will.
Well, I might need some help because I don't know where I'm going to publish it, but I was thinking of doing a free ebook on Amazon if they'd accept me. But, I have to see how it goes because they might not like it. They might tell me to go edit it some more, so I'm not sure. But maybe I could get some tips from you because you seem to be like more in depth in your knowledge with the writing than I am.
Well, I'd be more than happy to help you with that, April, yes. And I think as well, April, if you want a tip, just make sure it comes from your heart. Because if it doesn't come from your heart, you can't write your book. So try not to be distracted about what other people think. If it's coming from your heart, it will always be pure. It will always touch the people's lives who it needs to touch. This book is like opening up our lives to the world. And for me, it's going to open up, I feel, a lot of doors for me as an entrepreneur and a thought leader, so I can do what I want to do in the world and carry out my mission, or say like my presence or my vow, what I'd like to do in the world. What's this book going to do for you, April? Do you have any plans for it to do anything for your life? To make it better, to make it more, what's the word, to make it more healing for you? What's the purpose?
Oh, I think it's my purpose is to share my experiences with the world, and when it comes to cancer and like that. And for the other book, that's going to be, you know, it's not real, so it's just going to be something from my imagination. But we're both going to be sharing things from our life, you know, sharing our thoughts, our ideas, things from our heart. I'm hoping that other people with cancer, it could take the mystery out of it when they read what I write about my experience and how I overcame things and that sort of thing. And you know, very similar to yours.
That's great, April. I like the way you say taking the mystery out of cancer. I think that's great because we talked about hope and inspiring people. So already I know that this book, what my dear friend April is going to write, is going to inspire so many people to have that determination and the willpower to keep on fighting and to never give up in the face of adversity. That's the key here, yeah, to never give up in the face of adversity.
That's it. Yep.
Thank you for that, April. April, do you like any sports? What are your hobbies? Name some sports. Do you like any sports? Like any hobbies?
Well, I used to watch baseball over here with my father, but they've changed the teams up a bit since then. So I don't really watch it as much as I should. And I was really addicted to hockey there for a while, but I was waiting this year to see the Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks playing. But with
Wow.
this pandemic, we didn't really get a lot of sports out this year, you know? It's been sad, hasn't it, that we haven't had that many sports going?
It's been sad, April. Yeah, that's right. It's been really sad. I mean, sport. Everybody loves sport, and sport is in people's lives. It's in people's livelihoods. Everyone loves to watch sport, but the money it generates as well, April. So much money has been lost. The fact that we're not watching our sports, whether it's baseball, American football. I mean, I've actually been to two of them games in America when I went there in 1981 as a young little 11-year-old boy, my brother and my mum, to see my family in New York and the Bronx. And it was an amazing experience going to them sports games. It's like a family day out. Everybody's happy, so much camaraderie, so much rival, but there's so much respect there as well. And that's what I really loved about the sports in America. You know, it's just like a real family day out. I mean, I'd love to go and see NASCAR. I see myself sitting there watching that race. It's absolutely incredible. Have you been to anything like that, NASCAR or the racing cars? That'd be a lifetime experience for me. I'd love to experience that.
Actually, I've never been to a live NASCAR event, but you know what? Now that I know that you're into that, I will enter the contest over here. And if I should win one, we're going to get you a ticket over here to the United States, and you're going to come and you're
Yeah,
going to be there for the NASCAR experience.
yeah, that'd be absolutely fantastic. They're getting crowds of like 200,000 people. And I know there's a couple of English races what have been in that as well. Actually won NASCAR and the Indy cars, anything like that. NASCAR, the Indy cars, all different types of races out there. But it's absolutely amazing. And there's been so much money lost for sport, not just in America, but all around the world. And, you know, we need to get back to normal. We need to get back to the normal ways of living, you know, camaraderie and fun and getting on with life and creating values. What book inspires you, April? give me a couple of books, what inspire you. Maybe it could be a book to do with people's in life or in business. It could be something in sport or music or film. What books inspire you? What jumps out at you?
You know, there are so many inspiring books, so many inspiring stories that I don't know, it's hard to name them. They have a series called Chicken Soup for the Soul. I
I
don't know if
love
you've
that.
heard of that one.
Great book.
Oh,
Great
those
book.
stories, they touch me, but they make me cry. Oh my goodness, I cry. I can hardly see the pages sometimes when I read them, but they are so inspiring to hear people how they've accomplished something, they've lifted up from adversity, they've kept strong through whatever it is. And some of them are just amazing stories of like just blind luck that happened for people. And I'm always cheering them on through the stories.
Wow, Chicken Soup for the Soul. That's an amazing book. I've read that myself. That's a really good book, which I feel, ladies and gentlemen, you should read because it's really good. It's a really great book. I mean, I as I do my spiritual meditation as a Buddhist leader, there's a book what I know called The Buddha Next Door, and there's some amazing stories in there about how people have overcome adversity, illness, pain, and suffering up against the most dire, what's the word dire? I wouldn't say dire, but the most um, difficult challenges, where the odds are totally against them and they've overcome it. So April talks about the human spirit and the power of the human spirit. Wow, it's amazing. And I think when you read mine and April's book, I am sure you're going to feel the power of the human spirit because we've had to overcome quite a lot, me and April, in our lives and adversities. That's why we are the people we are today. So never forget that, people. Never lose hope. Never lose that fighting spirit. And April's taught us that today with her incredible story and the incredible life and what she's doing, inspiring everyone in the world today. So, April, what would you like to share with our viewers? Any tips, any inspirations? What do you feel like we talked about could give a lot of hope to people?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I would say is just, be open to people being there in your lives, like how you're here in my life right now. I mean, I wish I could come over and see you in person, but I haven't been there in the UK yet. So what I can say is that you're in my heart, even though I haven't seen you. Thank goodness for the internet. Thank goodness that we can reach out and touch people from across the world. And it gives us hope. It gives us courage. It keeps us in each other's life. And that's one of the biggest things that has helped me, to know that people are out there, they're there for you. You just have to take the time to get to know people, be open to accepting them, and just share the love with one another, because we're never promised tomorrow. We only have today. So don't keep it in. Tell the people around you that you love them. Tell them that, what they mean to you and that you care about them. Don't keep things in a mystery.
Wow, April, it kind of poof, really hit me in my heart like what you said there, because that's so important. And I feel my experience as well is I spent a lot of my lifetime bottling a lot of things up. And April's right there. Let it out. I always say men need to be more in touch with their femininity, need to be more in touch with their emotions. We feel so much better when we can let our emotions and our feelings out
Yeah.
because it just causes us pain and suffering and it makes us ill at the end of the day. And as you can see, my dear friend April, how she's shown her amazing qualities and fighting spirit, it makes us ill. And we're not here to be ill. Sometimes we may just need to just speak to a friend, just one person you want to speak to. That's a problem halved. So please remember that. Let's keep giving hope. Let's keep giving love to people. Let's keep saying that I care about you and I love you, and I really respect who you are. And let's be kind, because that's what mankind is about. It's about us being kind to each other and showing love and care and honesty. And I honestly believe what's missing out in the world as well is compassion. Hopefully the world is moving more to a compassionate world, because compassion is probably more powerful than love. We know about love, but compassion is a real care for people's lives, that you love them, that you really care about them, and you want to help them. Just like I want to help my dear friend, dear April, writing her book. That's what I'm going to do. And April talks about arts as well. And we both have so much in common, because I'm doing an arts project, and I've asked April to come along with that as well. So maybe, April, this book can open up a lot of doors for us in the arts industry as well. So remember, it's all about opening doors up to our lives, because we have so much in there what we can reveal, or what we don't know about, where we can touch people's lives. So remember that, guys, yeah? Are you thinking about your book, writing your book? Because April, we all have a story to tell, is that right?
Oh yes, yes. Every life is a story, you know. It's a story that's waiting to be written, and it's something that other people need to hear too. It makes us grow to hear about other people, and we need that.
Well, April, thank you so much, April, for coming on my YouTube channel and doing this lovely, lovely video with you today. I'm so happy that we got round to doing it like we said we was going to do. And I'm going to be seeing you later as well in a couple of hours. You know, so we're going to be talking again and sharing some more plans for the new year. So I'd just like to say, April, thank you so much again. I really respect you. You know, I love you like my sister. You're a really good friend. You're very inspirational to me, somebody I really care about. I'm really excited about your book, and I know I'm going to help you with that. And we're going to do some great things, me in April. So, April, would you like anybody to say how they can get in touch with you, if they want to speak to you, or they want to say anything? Is there any information you'd like to share with us today?
If anyone wants to get in touch with me, they can find Aprille Shadowspeak on Facebook. And they can also contact me at my email, which is, well, it's kind of an unusual email, ladyvampire, the number 2, the letter U, @gmail.com. And be happy to talk to anyone. Just mention Frankie Kington, and I will know that you saw us on the video, and we'll go from there. And I want to tell you also, thank you for having me. You are my dear friend, and I love you so much. And you are so much inspiration to me, to everybody, for everything you do. You know, I can't wait to read your book too.
Thank you so much, April. And I'd just like to say, she has some amazing names, don't she, April? Lady Vampire 2. Let me tell you, April is not a vampire. Okay, and I can vouch for that. So if you want to speak to me about that, I would tell you, April is not a vampire, but she's an incredible lady and a lovely lady. I'm very proud to call her my dear friend who we speak to every week. So I really hope you've got a lot of value out of this video. I really hope you like it. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell.
Yep.
Please give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. You know who April is now, and I'm really proud and happy to have shown it off to you. Please get in touch and speak to her. Yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback and your views. So thanks again for tuning in to our video this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs, infopreneurs, and business people, great people you are. Take care and look after yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks again. Thank you, April, so much. Thank you.
Talk to you later.